Welcome to the How to Enter Building Exhibits video tutorial. I've started you off here on our CCE homepage of our website because I wanted to just highlight where some resources are kept. If you head here and go to the 4-H Youth tab, and then to the Hemlock and New York State Fairs, you're going to find a whole bunch of instruction sheets here, as well as some changes because we're doing virtual this year, so those are going to be down here. And the county fair book. If you have not received yours in the mail, you can find a digital copy here. Within your fair book, at the back end are a bunch of planning sheets. So I wanted to draw your attention to the building exhibits planning form here. And there's also one for Cloverbuds here. If you use this to help you organize your thoughts before you jump into fair entry and start registering, I think you're going to find it very helpful. So you're going to want to pay attention to what section and what class numbers are in the fair book, as well as your exhibit names. Go ahead and fill this out. Again, there's a separate one for Cloverbuds. Do this, or at least make a list for yourself, including section and classes. It's going to make the entry system a whole lot easier for you. That you've already done the getting started and you know how to log into fair entry. Once you're in here, you're going to click on Register an Exhibitor, and we're going to register an individual. It's going to pull up a list of all the youth that are in your family that are enrolled in 4-H. So we're going to use my son Eli as an example. So he's the one I'm going to do. We'll continue. And continue again. Double check that the information is correct, especially that address, because that's where your fair check is written to. Everything looks good. We're going to continue. Now I can add an entry. So you're going to be looking for the Add an Entry button. So the first thing you're going to do is select the department. We're doing 4-H building exhibits down here. So we're going to select that, and it's going to bring up a list of all the sections that are involved in building exhibits. So this is where that planning sheet's going to come in real handy, because now you can quickly go to whatever section you have on there. For an example for Eli, we'll do photography. We'll select that, and it brings up a list of all the potential classes that you can enter. So those are all here. Now I just want to point out that if Elijah was a Cloverbud, the class is 00, and that's true no matter what section you're entering. So for every different section, the very first class is Cloverbud. So you will always enter the 00 class. For Elijah, though, he's not a Cloverbud, and he's going to enter a single unedited digital image. So you select that and continue. And then you can type in here a very brief description to help you keep track of, especially if you have more than one exhibit for this class. This will just help you keep track of what's what. So we'll continue that, and that one's registered. So now you can either add another entry, you can switch out to a different exhibitor if you have more than one child in your family. But I'm going to go ahead and show you how to add another entry. If we were doing another photography, we would just continue because that's where we left off. So we'll choose that again. I can pick the same class or a different class. We'll pick a slightly edited image this time, and this one will be of his dog, a little bear. We'll continue there. Now, you can go back again, another entry. If you want to change the section this time, the blue button will bring you back to all of the sections. If you're done with the building exhibits and you don't have any more building exhibits to enter, you can actually change at the department level. So you change that, and it brings you back to a list of all the departments here. So keep hopping back and forth between the departments and the sections and classes until you think you have everything that you need in here. And then to review what you have, you can go up here to entries, and for Elijah, it's going to bring up everything that he's registered so far. So if you get this started and then you put it to the side and you come back to it a week later to make edits, you can. If you've decided you're going to enter something, you're going to swap out the photograph. You can find that entry, click on edit, edit again, and I can change the name of I'm not going to do little bear. This time I'm going to do a landscape photo. So I can take that out and make that change and continue. If I've decided I don't like that photograph at all anymore, I can delete it altogether. If you click on edit, you can delete it here. If you have more than one child in your family, go back to exhibitors. It's going to bring up all the kids here, and then you can go through each one by editing. Again, You can take a look at the entries they have for each one till you're satisfied that you have everybody in your family and all the exhibits that they want to enter, both animal and building exhibits, all set, ready to go, and then you would continue to payment. So you're going to follow the instructions on how to submit your entries. It's important to only submit them once. If you submit accidentally, it's going to slow things down for you. You can't get back in and make changes right away. You have to wait for one of us at the office to get an email to verify it and then to kick it back to you so that you can get back in and make edits. So hold off on any submissions until you're fairly certain that you have it just the way you want it.